Everybody, in this video, I'll be showing you about how you can set up the development environment for writing JavaScript code. I'll be showing you about how you can download and install an IDE. And also, I'll be showing you about how you can create the required files. Okay, so let's get started. So what I want you to do first is I want you to open up your browser. So in my case, I'm using Google Chrome, and of course, I recommend you that you also use it. Okay. Nice. So what I can do is I can go ahead and in the search box I can type in Visual Studio Code download. Okay, Visual Studio Code download. Now I can hit enter and then download Visual Studio Code. Okay, I'll leave a link to this download. This download link, I'll leave a link to it in the description down below, so you can directly click on that. And now it asks us to select our operating system. So I'm on a Windows computer. If you're on a Linux or if you're on Mac, you can just select the option that's over here. But in my case, I'm on a Windows computer, so I'm just going to select the Windows option. Nice. And now it just gives me this download file, which is like 61.1 MB. Okay, so that's just gonna finish right now, and now I can just click on that. Okay, and then it brings up something like this, right? Now just click on I accept the agreement and hit next, and hit next again, and then that won't give you that, okay? And then you can just hit next, and you can just check whatever you want. I'm check all of this stuff. I don't want the desktop icon. Next, and then hit install. So what this is going to do is it's just going to install Visual Studio Code into your computer. Okay. So let's just wait for that to actually get installed. For me, it's just finished. And then you can launch Visual Studio Code. Just check that checkbox and hit finish. So after that, you should see something like this open up. Okay. So now for better access, I'm just gonna open up my search. So here, and then I can search for Visual Studio Code. Instead of always searching like this, you can just pin this to your taskbar, and whenever you want it, you can access. So I can hit pin to taskbar, then I can just move that to the first place. Nice. So now what you can do is you can go ahead and open up the File Explorer or Finder if you're on a Mac, and then just go ahead and go to where you want to actually store your files and stuff, and then just create a new folder. So on Windows, it's going to be Control-Shift-N for creating a new folder. Then I'm going to call this JavaScript parts. Okay, and then I'm going to hit enter. Now here on Visual Studio Code, what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and hit File, okay, and then Open Folder. If you want, you can also do Control-K and then O. That's also going to bring this up. If you're on a Mac, I guess it's just going to be Command O. Okay, but if that does not work, just do File, Open Folder. Now just go to wherever you have stored that JavaScript course folder, okay, and then just click on that, select that, and hit Select Folder. And that's just gonna open it up in Visual Studio Code. Okay, so don't worry about this stuff. Okay, so don't worry about any of the stuff that's over here. So you'll learn about everything that's over here right now. So for now, what we're only going to do is we're just going to click on this new file button. Okay, so we can click that, and then now what this does is it's just generating a new file. Okay, and then now we'll have to give our file a name. Okay, so in my case, I'm going to go ahead and name this index.html. Okay, so now we have the index.html file. Now using emit, we're just going to generate the boilerplate code that is required for HTML. So I'm just going to do exclamation mark, and when I hit enter, it's just going to generate all of this code. So you don't have to type all of this in. Now it asks us to enter a title. So in my case, the title that I'll enter is going to be JavaScript course. JavaScript course. Now you will need an extension that's called, don't worry about all of this stuff, guys. You'll need an extension called live server, which just allows you to actually start up your apps. Okay, so we're going to be actually using it to start our apps. As you can see, I already have live server installed, and it has a lot of downloads, so it's very famous. And yeah, just for me, I've already downloaded it. So for you, it's just going to be an install button. So just click on that, and then you'll be ready to go. One more thing, if you want this window looking exactly like how my window is, so the theme and stuff, I have the material theme. So just search for material theme over here, and you'll get this material theme by Mattia Astornio. Okay, I don't know if I pronounced that name wrong. And look at this, guys, how many downloads it has. Okay, so this is nice. And then what you'll have to do is, after you install it, you'll have to click set color theme. And then what I'm currently using is material theme Palinite high contrast. Okay, not lighter high contrast. Palinite high contrast. This just looks so good. Okay, so just select that, and then the icons, right? For you, it's gonna look different. So the icons that I'm using is material icon theme. Okay, you can just download this. Oh my god, how many downloads? Okay, just download this and then hit set file icon theme, then material icon theme. Now your Visual Studio Code window is gonna look exactly like how mine is. Okay, so all of this highlighting is gonna look super. Okay, if you're using like the default theme for Visual Studio Code, it'll just blow your mind. Nice, so we can continue on. So now inside of this body tag, okay, so I think that you won't know any of HTML at this point, but if you already know, just bear with me. For the people who don't know, I'm actually teaching them. Okay, so here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open a tag. So we do that by the less than symbol, and then type h1. Okay, and then what this does is it's just going to create like a header tag. So h1. I'm just going to do this from the beginning because tab 9 suggested it to me. So h1, and then do the greater than operator. That's just going to automatically close it for you if you're using VS Code. And then if it doesn't close it, just close it manually. So less than and then slash h1 and then greater than. Okay. Now here we want to give it text to display actually on the down. Okay, not the down, on the page. Sorry for that. So what we need to do is we need to give it some text. So let's do JavaScript course. Okay, and then we'll just have like some fire. Nice. So now what we can do is we can just right click on index.html, and you should get an option that says open with live service. So just click on that. Boom. JavaScript course. This is exactly what we want. So now this is just HTML. How do we actually write JavaScript? Right? So for that, we actually use something called script tags, which actually connects JavaScript to HTML. So we can just do script. Okay, then I can hit tab. Oops, sorry. Script, and then emits abbreviation. Click on that, and then just creates this. And now here inside of the script tag, you can actually write JavaScript. So I do like console.log. So you have already learned about console.log in the last video. Then I will pass in a string. So hello world. and semicolon, and then if I hit save, then if I come back over here, if I inspect this page, we should be able to see in the console that hello world pops up. Nice, so this is exactly what we want, right? Now if I say like alert, alert, this is the epic JavaScript course, right? Course, the epic JavaScript. Now if I hit save and I come back over here, it says this is the epic JavaScript course, right? Nice. So we can actually write JavaScript inside of these script tabs. So again, in this video, we just learned about the basics. And in the next video, we are going to actually learn about how we can actually link JavaScript files. So right now, we just did everything in the HTML file, but that's not how we will normally do it. We'll have a separate JavaScript file, and then we will connect that to the HTML. I'm going to be showing you that in the next video. Okay, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.